With us now to answer some of those questions that we have, not only about TJ Lane, but maybe the facility and the kind of restrictions he had, is one of his former attorneys, Ann Walton Keller. Very nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in with us this morning. When's the last time that you saw him?
Good morning, and thanks for having me. The last time I saw TJ was after his sentencing hearing over
The infamous
a year ago.
time when he took off the shirt and had the killer t-shirt on.
Yes. So shortly after that hearing was the last time I spoke to him in person.
And what was he like in your dealings with him?
Well, you know, his demeanor the last time I saw him was a little bit different than what I'd experienced when dealing with him throughout the case. You know, during the case, I was always comfortable being around him to some extent, but you know, at the conclusion, certainly it was uncomfortable for everybody that was in the courtroom that day.
We've been talking a lot about the security at the prison, this Allen Correctional Facility. That's where he was originally sent to go.
Yes.
So that's the place he was meant to go. Minimum to medium security prison, yet he's listed as a maximum security prisoner, is that correct?
That is correct.
So those different levels don't seem to gel.
It seems as though there are 5 levels of security that are available in Ohio's prisons. He was on the 4th level, which is the maximum security, not the highest level. There weren't a lot of inmates who were on the 4th level of security there, and the majority of the inmates are lower level classifications, level 1 and 2 security.
So a lot of people were commenting, why not send him to Lucasville or another more maximum security place if he's that level?
You know, I think a lot of prisons are overcrowded in Ohio. We've heard a lot about that, and I'm not sure internally what the decision was to send him there, but clearly there were some issues with security, which hopefully will be resolved as a result of this.
When you first heard this news, were you surprised? I know your co-counsel Ian Friedman has said that he's very smart, potential to be very dangerous, obviously. Were you surprised when you heard this news?
Well, I was surprised initially, but this isn't the first time that he's surprised any of us, so he's done a few things that are very shocking, and in this particular instance, after it sunk in a little bit, I guess he is a very smart young man, and it wasn't that surprising that he, took a bold action. Tried
to manipulate, yet again, the system.
You've dealt a lot with the people of Chardon, of course, being there in Chardon for so long, in Geauga County with the trial as it went on. I'm sure your mind quickly went to them as well, and maybe some of the fear they might be dealing with.
Absolutely. I mean, the people in Chardon, it's such a warm community. Everyone has always treated us very well, even being on the defense team. So I love to go out there, and my heart was a little heavy for them last night, having to go through thinking about this again.
Back to the prison, is there any influence that you as defense attorneys have over where he might be placed once he's been sentenced? Was that ever part of a discussion?
No, none whatsoever. We don't find out. Initially you go to a reception area and then you're transferred to another institution, and we have no say whatsoever.
So that's a decision made within the Department of Corrections itself?
That's correct.
The fact that we're even talking about him, a lot of people are just saying, why are you even bothering with this guy? He was sentenced, let's leave it alone. But obviously, we hope that he doesn't continue to be a problem. But I guess he did have an appeal recently?
He did. Finally, his case went up to the Ohio Supreme Court, and the only involvement that we had with that was going through and sending over some documents to the Ohio Public Defender's Office to file the brief. After that, I'm not sure what other appeals might be taken by him, if any.
All right.
And Walton Keller, we appreciate the time. I know it was a quick turnaround for you because, of course, the news is coming and, of course, developing, and now the fact that he is caught, which I'm sure your whole attorney in practice are glad for.
We are.
All right. Thank you very much.